Peter, do you want to run through the agenda? Or would you like?
Yes. What do you want me to?
You can,
It should be in them.
go for it, Dan. I'm disengaged.
This will be a call to order. So this is it, right? All right, so, is anyone gonna be here for the public participation?
There is not.
Thank you. Shall we take a look at the acceptance of minutes?
I think if those have to be tabled.
No quorum. Reports, tree planting program, spring 2025.
Yeah, so my updates on the tree planting program as of last week, we have finished all plantings. Since it is about 100 degrees today, we're certainly done. So this spring, we're very low in our tree count at just over 50 trees were planted this spring. But as I've been saying, our funding, we're utilizing nearly all of the funding that was available in our capital budget between DPW's budget, Recreation and Parks capital budget. Most of it was spent last fall. And so the remaining budget is primarily within the MLK corridor through the DECD grant. We have just under $100,000 remaining in that grant funding. And since we're having such a big focus on the disadvantaged environmental justice tracks, which include Hospital Hill, Sono, and Springwood, we're basically going to be focusing our efforts for fall planting within that area, and I don't see any issue of being able to spend that remaining balance. At the same time, as of July 1st, our capital budget will be replenished, both DPW's capital budget and Recreation and Parks capital budget. And so since we've had some interns join the forestry team under Rec and Parks, they'll be here through the summer, all the way through the fall, actually. And so we're going to start communicating with those who have put in tree requests. We're very backlogged since spring of 2024. We're going to start communicating with folks mid to late July to start early and be able to get planting orders to Olmsted so that as soon as planting season begins, maybe even late September, we can hit the ground running and make sure we do hit these goals of 350 to 400 trees for the year.
And I'm willing to work with the interns and bring them along with me, and I think that's a good session to do that.
For the adopt a tree planting.
The adopt a tree plantings, correct. Any more that you get into the summer.
Yeah.
And the DPW capital budget that was approved as of July 1st is $200,000. So it was a good increase compared to what we've gotten other years for trees. So it'll be a good chunk of money that we've gotten for that and ready to go.
Yes. In terms of a watering report, I don't have a full list from Olmsted or Minutemen, but before last week, they were getting plenty of water for the season. So of course, in our July meeting, we will have the actual watering report. One last note in terms of tree planting is Planet Geo, our consultant that performed a tree inventory of about 4,000 sites. In 2023, they've now resumed that tree inventory with the new U.S. Forests Inflation Reduction Act grant that we're still moving ahead with. And so as they are going along with the inventory, they are also collecting potential planting locations within the right of way. And so that will also kind of help us be able to identify and follow up on locations a lot quicker than normal. We have them plotted on a map. We're able to see them online through Google Street View or other mapping sources. And so I definitely think that we'll be able to hit the ground running in the fall. That's it for me.
Okay. Any old business to discuss?
I've been absent, so I can't tell you.
No. And new business. Okay. So let's talk about this road we have planned. At the intersection of Richards Avenue and Cedar Street, a rotary will be built after the Cedar Street Bridge is finished. I reached out to Ben Young, he's a senior traffic engineer, to ask if there can be greenery incorporated within the rotary. He's open to the idea, and he noted that there'll be a chance for public input, and I should provide some suggestions. So he's gonna keep me in the loop and let me know when the meeting's going to be. So this is where the board, I'm looking for help, contribution from our board. Things to keep in mind, sight lines are key, so we're looking for a low type of foliage, which would exclude trees, perhaps some low-growing shrubs and plant ground covers. The foliage should be very, very hardy and will receive absolutely no care. I assume the area would be open ground and have ample drainage, but I don't know that until I finish up and see what the blueprints will look like. So preliminary thoughts, open to
What's the radius of this thing?
I don't have an idea on that yet at all. I don't have any of that. So I'm just going to come up with some general ideas of some plants that we could put there. I don't know if the drainage is going to be there or not. I don't
Completely
know.
new
this is-
construction, yeah.
Yes,
There's nothing,
Yes.
ex-
no,
So-
nothing.
So actually, this is an issue of infrastructure, building with treatment. So I would suggest you set up, get the plans, let's set up a meeting.
Right.
Ahead of meeting them with the department. Sarah, set it up, come to my office, let's just do it. Because
Okay, prior
the
to-
issue for me is, the money's gotta go in the soil to get that to be substantial.
Okay,
I mean, you gotta go down, you gotta give something to grow, and how big is it? I mean, a rotary has to be 60 foot, I mean, okay, a cul-de-sac is 60 foot.
Mhm.
You have to give like a fire truck around, right?
Yes.
So how big is the ground?
It's 50, it's 50, normal cul-de-sac is 50 feet, but this is gonna be, like you said, it's gonna be a roundabout in that intersection. So they're in the process, from what I understand, TMP is getting the design plans done and put together. To Peter's point, soil will be key because right now that is a road. So any of the area will need probably soil to be included for the trees to be able to survive properly. And as Gay had mentioned, that project will start after the West Cedar Street Bridge. So, and it's not right after. What we mean by after is saying it's sequential, and there might be a time frame in between the two. So once the West Cedar Street Bridge is done, I'm working on that project. That'll be completed by November 30th is the ending date for that project. So any construction would have to be most likely in at least 26 or later, depending upon the schedule the TMP has.
could it be first quarter?
Not sure. That's something where they're handling that whole project. They were getting the design done and then they'd be putting it out to bid. So I can't really answer those questions at this point in time. But to Peter's point, you know what you're gonna have roughly. You could probably start to put some kind of a layout together of what you think you're gonna have for shrubs.
And, sightlines, we're pretty aware of that.
Do you think shrubs
But there's
would be appropriate? for
potential
sightlines?
for trees.
There's potential for trees with canopy above it. I mean, you can see under.
Middle.
I mean, I'm thinking, yeah, I mean, shrubs are more problematic because you gotta keep them low.
Blocks, okay.
Yeah.
So you're thinking that a substantial tree,
Perhaps,
to do it.
yeah.
okay,
And we might take an approach where we start using sedges instead of turf.
Yeah.
Start using something like a sedge, or I know that, well, other places are toying with no-mow turf species. I've had problems with them in Washington. We've gone to a different fescue mix, but yeah, so, but not it's not a pollinator issue. It's basically more of a maintenance issue, and it's more ecologically stable because you're not trying to maintain a lawn. So it's not about creating wildflower mixes that you can't maintain. The mugwort takes over.
correct,
Mugwort city,
horrible.
so.
Yeah.
I
Did-
mean,
Ben, give you any other information, Gay?
No, he's gonna keep me in the loop. I reached out to him last week. He said we're still in the planning stages. So he's not there yet, but he knows about it. And whatever comes together, I've then go in front of the council and present my idea. But we're not there. I'm just starting early.
We'll give
because
you,
Yeah.
I feel that I know I can count on that. So I feel
Yeah.
that better to be early than not. But to your point,
Probably would be the best thing is once they've got at least even a 30% design, together.
Right.
If they're gonna do a public outreach, which is something that they usually do at the projects. At that point in time, then would probably be the point to start looking at it and putting together some kind of a landscaping design and talking with them and bringing them into the picture on that.
So then then does the committee get sort of the adjunct sort of credit?
Our committee?
This committee?
Oh.
In other words, working with TPW.
No, I think- Yeah, I think that would be, give our input at the point where there's
Oh, okay.
preliminary design plus
absolutely.
public comment and tax input.
Oh, yeah, not-
or-
not-
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's a
okay, that look
valuable new green space, yeah.
Make it look good.
I have a
Yeah, but it's
lot-
it's a team effort. It's a team effort between all the
Yes.
departments.
yeah. All right.
So I'm looking forward to that. And I don't know if we want to talk about the other new project. I don't know. If you're comfortable enough. I don't know.
It's not on the agenda. Do you want to save it for July?
Yes, we'll save it for July.
All right, well, since there's no one here for the Tree Alliance
Yeah.
update, if there's anything. do you know
Delene,
about-
no Jeff? That's
No,
just Jeff.
no,
Okay.
Well,
That's our quickest.
adjournment.
Perhaps not. Can I think of anything for new business? I'm thinking.
That's a fast-
I don't have any emails from them either.
This is the fastest meeting we've ever had.
So, I mean, I don't see any tree pits on, East Wall Street.
Are we still being recorded?
doing
Do you
that.
still want to be recorded? or is
Yes.
it over with?
yeah, would you like it to adjourn or do you want to keep? I'm not sure.
Adjourn. Why don't we adjourn and then we can go off record and Delene can get some rest. at
I
the
will
work.
have in July also, so.
Okay, Delene? Okay.
Whatever you
That's fine.
guys want to do, I'm good.
We can adjourn. Thank you.
Have a great night, guys.
Go back on vacation.
Yeah.
Thanks.